Hi guys, my name is Joanna Steenberg and welcome back to another video. Yes, I'm looking greasy. Yes, I have a pimple. Yes, my hair is doing some weird stuff, but I'm here for it, you know? So, to start off with, this video is going to be related around veganism. I'm going to be talking about how to go vegan, especially when you're broke AF, like when you're poor but you still want to help the world. I don't know. So I used to be vegetarian for like 3 years. I went because of a documentary I watched, and it wasn't even that bad of a documentary. I think I just saw one cow get like slaughtered, and I was like, I can't do that. So that led me down to a path of vegetarianism, and then after that I went vegan after watching a couple more documentaries such as Cowspiracy and Food Inc. My favorite one though was Dominion. Sorry. That's rude of me to have a favorite one. The best one I watched was Dominion. It's free on YouTube, and it was so sad. I literally cried. I had my sister watch it. She cried. It was so sad. I couldn't not be vegan, you know? Like, I remember going to the grocery store the day after looking for, like, vegan yogurt. And a guy in the aisles, he's like, "Oh, you're vegan?" I was like, "Yeah. I saw a documentary yesterday. Like, I have to now. Do you know where the vegan yogurt is?" I'm like, I don't want to do this. But as time went on, I really liked being vegan. I still like being vegan. I just made a couple mistakes at first that weren't the best. Like, for example, I ate junk food, vegan junk food a lot, which wasn't good. Such as potato chips, like ice cream that said vegan on it. Like, I don't know, I was still craving sugar so badly that I was eating like vegan candy, like vegan ice cream, everything that was sugary. I don't know why, to be honest. I just know it wasn't good for me because my mindset was, oh, I'm vegan now, everything I eat is healthy. So like, I would read about people who were vegan and lost weight, and that wasn't my main concern, but I was confused. I was like, bruh, I'm like the same weight, what you doing? But it was because I was eating unhealthy, and I was honestly eating so much to cope with the fact that not to cope, but to ideally eat what I thought a vegan needed to eat, because I was always told, like, oh, vegans, they eat like nothing. So I would double up what I was eating. I'd be like, okay, I need like twice of everything. But to be honest, you don't. You just need the normal amount of fruits, vegetables, and you'll be very healthy. I also did not take vitamins at first, which was something I should have done. I think everyone should be taking vitamins, but especially if you're vegan or vegetarian or something like that, you should take iron, B12, things that you know vegans lack. I would definitely do research in that area. I personally take iron, B12, biotin, calcium, things like that. And overall, I have three tips for you guys to go vegan. The first tip is to be fully educated, and basically what I mean by that is know your vitamins, know why you're going vegan, because I feel like a lot of the time people go into veganism and they do it for the diet, or they don't really feel passionate about it. So I recommend that you know what you're going in for, you know the cause, you know? And then secondly, find recipes and foods that you like. Trust me, this is very important, because you're gonna hate it if you don't have any food that you like that's good. Like, if you see your family or your friends eating like a 5-course steak and you're over there having like a salad, that's not gonna cut it, baby. Like, you're gonna want like something savory. So I recommend looking up on blogs or just looking up on Google, like vegan whatever, like vegan lasagna, vegan anything, to be honest. Like, there's always alternatives for everything. Like, I can't think of one thing I can look up and there's not an alternative. But I use the blog Cookie and Kate just because their food is so good, so easy to make. But I recommend any blog, to be honest. I've never been disappointed. Thirdly, you're going to want to find your vegan community. This one's not that hard because vegans are usually very loud about being vegan. Or that's the stereotype. But you can, it's usually in downtown areas. Like where I live, all the vegans are downtown. Like there's vegan restaurants, vegan like soaps, you know, man buns, like you got it all downtown. So I recommend just finding a place where you feel comfortable, food that you're able to eat, and yeah, just talking to people, because people can be very mean when it comes to vegans slash vegetarians slash anything that doesn't eat meat. So finding people who understand what you're doing and finding people who support it, that's very important in sticking with it, to be honest. So lastly, I've got some helpful tips for y'all. So in order to find this cheap food, cheap fruit, cheap vegetables, cheap nuts, you're going to want to go to local produce. Now, I love local produce stands. You know, they got the aesthetic going on. They're super cheap, super cheap. And the people there are so nice. Like, I walk in, they're like, hi. I'm like, oh, I feel loved, though. I personally go to like 4 different grocery stores for things I need. Like, I don't know if y'all know any of these grocery store names, but I go to Aldi's for like fruit. I go to Publix for like cans of soup or like dairy alternatives, things like that. And then I go to Winn-Dixie for any of their organic products, like organic pasta, organic things like that, just because they're super cheap around that area. And then I go to like produce stands because their fruit is insane. Like, it's like super cheap. An avocado for like 10 cents. And I'm sure you could bargain it down to 5 if you really wanted. Like, they're so sweet there. But I want to say, don't get discouraged. It can be very, very hard, especially when I say people, I mean my family, okay? My family was so mean to me about it. I was like, hey guys, you know, I think I want to help the world. I think I might want to go vegan, you know? And they were like, I swear you're getting kicked out. And I was like, but bruh, I just don't want to like eat milk or kicked out. I was like, but I don't think I kicked out. I was like, Isaiah, what do you think of me being vegan?
It's fine.
Okay. But people can be a little mean, but it's okay. Just don't get discouraged. Just you do you, boo. Like, that's all I gotta say. You do you. Lastly, I'm going to talk about taking baby steps, just because jumping straight into being vegan can be really hard. Like, I did 3 years of vegetarian before I went vegan, and it was still a not super hard transfer, but it was a little difficult to cut out like eggs and things like that. So I highly recommend maybe doing no meat Mondays, try it out, see what happens, and then go vegan. Or just jump into it. Like I said, you do you, boo. You got this. But anyway, thank you guys. I hope you've learned how to go vegan, how to stay vegan, and how to be vegan when you're broke. Okay. Bye, y'all. Thank you guys for watching another YouTube video. Have a great day.